Welcome to Scienfinity. Today we have a quick lesson but crucial at the same time, slope and y-intercept. Actually, the slope and y-intercept, if you want to graph or um, solve equations that related to graphing, you should or you must know the slope and y-intercept to master these kind of equations and solve it easily. So the general form of linear equation is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope. The definition of the slope is how steep the line is. For example, how steep this positive slope and this negative. And b is the y-intercept. The y-intercept where the line crosses the y-axis, and the slope represented with the m symbol. It's raise over run, like that, raise over run. And the m is, which is the slope, change in y over change in x. Actually, often these types of equation order pair 3 and 2, 1 and 2. So how can you find the slope? Change in y over change in x. Take the difference of y over difference of x. So y-intercept, the value of y when x equals 0. When you substitute x with 0, you will find the value of y, which is the y-intercept. We represented with b. So we have here table that explain how can you find the slope and the y-intercept. So here, yeah, equation y equals, sorry for that, y equals 2x plus 1. So as we mentioned, the slope is the m, and how can we find the slope? It's next to the x, as we see here, 2x. So whether the constant it's multiplied by the x, this is the slope. So the slope is m, and y-intercept is this number, this constant 1. And the second example, y equals 3x plus 5. So the slope is negative 3, the number that multiplied by x, and the y-intercept, this number, plus 5. So how can we define the slope? Like, in the other word, the slope is like this, 2. When we go to the right by 1, raise up 2 to the y-axis. For example, here we have negative 3. Whether we go to the right 1, go down with 3. So the slope is negative 3. And here 2, go 1 to the right and 2 up. Like we have learned that the slope is change in y over change in x. So the change in y here is 2, and the change in x is 1. So 2 over 1 is 2. So this is the slope. Here, change in y over change in x. Change in y is negative 3 over change in x. 1 to the right is 1. So the slope is negative 3. So let's move to the example. Here we have the equation y equals 2x plus 1. And this equation, the number in front of or next to x or multiplied by x is the slope, here 2. And the y-intercept here is 1. So as we mentioned, this means every time x increases by 1, y increases by 2. Number here at the end, the y-intercept, which tells us that the line crosses the one here in y-axis. So on the graph we start at point 0 and 1, substitute the x with 0, so y equals 2, 0 plus 1. Every number that multiplied by 0 is 0, so y equals 1. That cancels out with 0, so y equals 1. So here 1. So from this point we go up 2 units and write 1 unit. So 2 up and here 1 to the right. As I mentioned, the slope is the change in y over change in x. So we find the y-intercept here. We find these points. We substituted the x with 0 to find the started point, the start point. So the start point is 0, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So how can we find the second point? Just follow the slope. The slope says wherever you go 1 to the right, go up 2 points. So yeah, go 2 points up and 1 point right. So just we can draw a line that represent this graph. So draw line that represent this equation and we are done. A quick review: find the slope. The slope is next to the x or multiplied by x, and the number at the end is the y-intercept, which we crosses which it crosses the line in this y-axis number 1. And after that we follow the slope. The slope says wherever you go 1 to the right, go 2 to the up.